Hey people, this is Aram. A quick note before we get started, the Kickstarter has been slightly delayed. My brother, who is far smarter with me in business and generally in money, wanted to run the numbers to make sure that we can get you guys a physical copy of the book. Every single person who wants one. We want to make sure that can happen, and we also want to make sure I don't go bankrupt making that happen. So we're going to delay the Kickstarter just until we're sure the numbers line up. The second we're ready to go, I guarantee you I'm going to be as loud about it as you can imagine. So thank you all for being a little patient with us as we make sure we get this Kickstarter launch right. So with that out of the way, let's get to the show. My name is Aram. Welcome to Godsfall. Godsfall is a custom Dungeons & Dragons campaign in an original world that is written, played, recorded, and produced in Washington, D.C.
Hi, I'm Steven. I'm playing Torrvic Wildtongue, the level 4 Dwarf Paladin.
Hi, I'm Doug. I'm playing Dorro Knott, the level 4 Halfling Rogue.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm playing Xion Praeten, a level 4 human sorcerer.
Hi, my name's Kelly, and I play Rina Falaval, a level 4 Wild Elf Ranger.
Last time on Godsfall.
The players found themselves pulled into an alternate reality where they faced an inhuman army bearing down upon them and their small keep. Devising a plan to pull the army towards the center with the main group while Torrvic and Dorro sabotaged their siege weapons was going very well until the God of Luck displayed the downside of her divinity.
Now you rolled well, right?
Yeah, like a 21.
So you go to fire at this orc and you let go of your bow, and a second later your eyes widen as a sparrow crosses the path of your arrow. So you strike Torrvic in the side, in the wing. He goes spiraling down and slams into the dirt right about here and is immediately gone because there's just a sea of orcs and ogres and whatever. He's just gone.
The young gods of force, fire, luck, and speed fought nearly as one, while Brannock slaughtered any who broke their line. They were a devastating force, but not unstoppable.
Para's going to try something, so he's going to concentrate, and he fails. Para was trying to split the fire evenly between the two and faltered, and that comes down. There is no fire to protect you this round.
Catching Para as he fell unconscious, Xion encased both of them in a protective bubble of force just before orcs broke their line and attacked.
All right, so you see Xion kind of kneel down, and then you see like a weird shimmer in the air around him as some sort of bubble has appeared around him and Para. I'm gonna put you in the same space for right now. So you guys are seeing like, boom, boom, like this weird shimmers in midair as they're bouncing off this shield.
Nine.
Xion's eyes roll back in his head and he falls on top of Para.
Dorro, having finished sabotaging the catapults assigned to him, turned to see his friends falling and Torrvic surrounded and quickly teleported to the dwarf's side.
15. Okay, so you appear exactly where you want to appear, and there is just this giant, what looks like a plank, but it's a giant spear, and it's ending jammed through Torrvic. And he is just like pale and gray, and he reaches out and you hear, Dorro! And then he just vanishes.
No, Torrvic!
He's gone.
But now that dies.
Well,
Baron LaFleur too! Nice to meet you!
Well, that one has begun lumbering back towards these guys.
I don't care if it's building a house!
My turn. I roll Constitution to wake up. Does a 13 work?
Yeah, that'll work actually. You're awake.
All right.
Just as you see an ogre over you.
I try to force him back.
Okay, do you want to push him away or hit him?
I want to hit him.
Gotcha. Roll to hit.
face.
Does 17 hit him?
17 does hit him.
13.
And he's been hurt before, so that was enough. You just kind of like, you hit him as hard as you can. It forces his neck violently around, and you hear it snap, and it just kind of thunk, falls to the ground.
Para to roll Constitution.
Para's up.
Yay.
Para's up, and like, and like instantly just throws out a fire because he's panicked.
I mean, he did it the right way. It's okay.
Nope.
All right, beasties.
All right,
he threw it
that
on
one's
the
going to swing at Brannick. Misses pathetically.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wow. Rina.
We knew you so little.
It's been good knowing you.
This ogre is now the godling of luck.
Very lucky.
7 plus 21 points of damage as he brings it down directly on the back of your neck.
Okay.
Roll me a Constitution save.
All right, here we go.
Crack, and she just crumbles under this strike, and you just see Automil's face rage as she just crumples to the ground. I mean, it looked like it could have killed her.
Damn.
But I'm not dead, guys.
That's good.
Now you're watching all this happen because you rolled high enough on perception, so you're watching this happen. They're going down quickly. You're gonna let this happen?
Yeah, he just likes watching us.
Okay.
Okay.
How many actions do you want to give me in a round?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Who's next?
Back to the top, Automil.
Okay, Automil has one target right now. Just turns. You've crumpled in front of me. He's face down with this guy, and he's just going to do 3 shots at full strength. He's going to take the -5 to hit with all of them. That's going to hit. That's going to hit.
-1 from what you were.
Yeah, he's going to miss the second one, but he hits with the first 2. 17, 20. So he just kind of, you see his arm tremble twice, thunk, thunk. 2 of them go so deep into his chest that you can see points in the flesh
little
on
heart
the back,
beating at
right?
the back.
Yep. And he crumples to the ground and is dead.
Damn.
Gone.
Okay, Brannick.
It's like still attached. Beating
Yeah,
its
that's what I'm
last little.
He kills that one. Dead.
Okay, Torrvic's out now. Oh, actually, we're Rina. Sorry, Rina. You get to roll Constitution.
Oh, okay, cool. 13.
You're up, but you are dazed. And
Right.
You're hurting badly. You've never, ever been hit like that before. But you're up.
Okay.
Coughing a bit, maybe
Kinda
a little,
shuffling around a little back and forth.
maybe a little bit of blood on the edge of your
Right.
lips, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Torrvic's out. So Dorro.
And you can see, Dorro, from your position, the next wave looks even worse. The rest of the ogres have rallied. There's another Cyclops coming in from the south. These 3 have reorganized and are coming in. You don't see how they're going to make it through the next round, frankly.
I'm not.
What are you thinking about? I don't understand.
Well,
He's so shocked by the Torrvic thing. He's like,
when people near me get hurt.
Yep,
Yeah.
no, I get it.
Get fucking capitalized on like Batman.
I get it. But if you let everyone else die.
I don't want that Cyclops to think that he can just, oh, I'm just gonna kill Dorro's friends because it's easy.
tag him.
We'll get him from atop the barrier.
Can I want to dash climb up this fucking Cyclops. So I can get close enough to his face so he sees this little, what the hell? And I want to say to him, he probably won't understand me because he doesn't speak common, but I'm going to say,
Sure they do.
you know, oh, okay.
Very smart Cyclops.
I'm coming back for you!
All right.
Like in a different tone than what most people hear Dorro say. And then I go to return to the group.
I'm coming back for you.
Yeah, that voice I use
Yeah.
for LaFleur,
Yeah.
that's what he hears.
Yeah, got you.
Back for you.
All right, so he's kind of startled, and then boom, you just vanish off his shoulder. And where do you want to appear?
With them.
Roll. Well, that's easy because it's open. So yeah, you vanish from where you are.
Where am I?
Over there.
Oh,
Chilling.
I reappear in the middle of the group and I say, time to go!
But we have to wait for Torrvic. And it's my turn.
No, we don't. We'll be waiting a long time, Xion.
Yikes. None of these things Dorro would say.
Well, I do say that, and but I do start clasping other people's hands.
Yeah, so everyone starts grabbing each other's hands.
All right, Para.
Para, I'm just gonna try something. Oh, Para tries to extend the fire all the way around, and he's able to, but it's a much lower than he thought it was gonna be. It's only like a foot off the ground. So not exactly intimidating.
Okay. Beasties.
Okay.
I can't wait until we go to a town and we don't have anything to do, and it's like, hey, I need to like go to the tavern and hang out, and I'm gonna rest for a while, and you know, I'm gonna fix my armor, and then that goes on for a day. The end.
They all
not like time to save the world again, 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 time to save the world again.
They're all
Don't be a superhero.
they're all basically, I mean, they all slow down a little bit before they go through the fire. Some of them leap, some of them jump, some of them are tentative, so it slows them a bit, but they're all inside, and next round, every single one of those will attack.
Okay.
But Dorro goes first.
Yeah, unfortunate for them, none of them will actually attack.
All right. I scream out to everybody, grab hands.
Hands.
All right, Brandon.
Everyone's very, very eager to grab hands. Even Brannick kind of like steps back. He's got a sword out, but he's got like, you know, reaching behind him with the hand. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Automil, I forgot his turn.
Automil's like, we should go, my friend. And he reaches back as well and grabs.
All right, Dorro.
I wish I was like in the center and everyone was holding me up.
Okay, you know what? You like
That wouldn't happen. Why would that happen?
Because
Plus, if any of them have ranged weapons.
Right. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess you're not leaving now.
No, they're all gonna reach back and grab kind of you, and you're like making sure you're in contact with everyone. Yeah.
Grab my head with the haircut, with the gone
He's
hair.
got like a foot up here. He's, you know, I got y'all.
Would it be easier for me to put us at the entrance or in it?
You could easily see the top of that. So the top of that,
In it.
or yeah,
Oh, we all get to roll though.
to help bolster him if you got
Okay.
powers.
What am I rolling?
Yes, please
Yep.
do.
I rolled a natural 20, so that's helpful.
So what is it?
Automil rolled an 18.
What is it? That I'm-
Roll
Wisdom.
plus your main ability. So if with you, it would be
Dex.
Dex, yeah.
Okay. 14.
Okay.
And I'm
so,
a 10.
10. So you feel a good burst of energy come from Automil and from Para, so that was helpful.
Xion.
And from Xion as well, yeah. So you feel burst of energy from them. What did you roll?
10.
That's enough. So you all vanish from where you are, just as like, you know, swords and Xion slamming and teeth like and you reappear at the top of the castle. And Rina is like, are you well, Torrvic?
I turn to them and say, "Stay here!" And
Wait, my friend. And she points to the board. There's a little box off to the side, like where there's like a trough carved into the table, but there's also a box with a glass top on it. And she points into it, and there's a little figurine of Torrvic in that box.
I don't know what happened. He disappeared.
He appeared here, my friend.
Well, can we put him back on the board?
You can't. I mean, you can't. It's smash. You know, she actually takes the hilt of her sword and she just launch backwards. Yeah, you can't get to that piece.
All right, well, I reach out with my divinity and try to crash the box.
I mean, it's like you can't even grab it. Wherever you try and like meet that bridge, it instantly rebuffs you. It feels like the force field that hurled you all out at the top of the Union.
I'm in the staircases. The walls.
Same thing, exactly.
That didn't, I mean, in the end, that didn't hold a lot of weight in what my decision was at that point of going back.
Sure.
So I'm still like, yeah.
Where are
I
you
know.
going?
I'm going to go back and find that Cyclops.
Well, how are you gonna know which one he is?
Yeah, they all look the same.
Oh, I fucking know. Are you kidding?
How are you gonna know?
Because I designated him Baron LaFleur 2. How can I have not remembered where the second one was over by the second catapult?
Because show me 5 Cyclops and ask me to know which one's which. You don't know?
Well, then in that case,
They all look
I
the
would
same.
have assumed this is the Baron LaFleur 2. It may not have been.
You're just gonna pick out the first Cyclops you
At
see?
the end of the day,
All right.
he's saying whatever I said to him. I know for a fact they can't speak common, so he wouldn't have understood what I said.
Okay, so you see, roll me a perception.
1.
Okay, you see the first Cyclops.
That's
He's the biggest angriest Cyclops you've ever seen, with spiked shoulders and a huge gash over like one, milky eye, and just fangs jutting out of his mouth.
Gash over 1 minute. He's only got
Oh
one
wait,
eye.
it's a Cyclops.
So
a
he's
gash
blind?
over one
Even
ear.
better!
A gash over one
Coup de
ear.
grace!
No, a gash over one ear where like the whole top of it's missing. It's vicious looking, bigger than the rest too. It's like, yeah, that's what he had. He had to have.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, so it's him. So
All
I'm
right.
going back down there to end that one.
All right, so you see him like, I'll be back. He vanishes, and you see a little like over there. All right, so
I'm just like sitting on the ground.
Right.
I'm just
Right.
I'm feeling the day.
yeah, Para is healing. Whoever needs healing, I'm sorry. Sorry.
This is gonna be new for me too, so I'm like, whoa.
You know what? I'm
sorry,
tired.
guys.
I'm tired of fucking carrying it around. You know what? There's never gonna be a situation where I'm like, it's time to use it, because it's never gonna present itself. So I'm just gonna fucking use it right now. I'm gonna throw it right at the fucking thing, and then just teleport away.
All right, so you appear. You're like, hey. He kind of turns, and
You know what I'm doing, don't you?
hurl this yellow gem with this
Yep.
black core at it. It roll dex. Okay. Okay.
Fucking one.
Okay. So you hurl it like this, right? And it kind of rolls up your fingers, like you just kind of let go a little bit too soon, and you see it fly straight up into the air.
Well, now I leave immediately.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so you vroom, and it goes tink, 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 and then you guys see a burst of energy as a earth elemental erupts out of the ground, and it punches the first thing that comes to it is that Cyclops, lays it out in one hit as its surprised eye opens and just starts attacking everything else around it. Smash.
Now that I've appeared back with the rest, I say, that should hold them.
Yep. Yeah, you see like a lot of like orcs flying off and blood, and that goes on for a good half an hour before it finally quiets down.
Oblivion Gem.
Yeah.
Well, not so much of an oblivion.
I know, I made it up, Dorro.
Yeah. Actually, now that you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, I guess that does look kind of like those gems they would use to summon earth elementals. Okay. Otherwise than that, it's grown quiet, and there's about 20 minutes until dawn. What do you do?
That didn't take very long.
It was only an hour. That didn't take more than 40 minutes.
Right,
you know?
right. It just felt long.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first things first, I'm going to survey their numbers and see like what kind of damage we've done.
I mean, you guys took out combined, and you would say 50 of them. So I mean, they had 1,000. They now have 950.
Right. And 6 less catapults, right?
Right. Well, actually, I would say you took out 100.
Technically, they only really have 2 less catapults. No?
No, you
One's
got-
on
no, you got
fire,
all
so
of them.
3. No? 3 catapults, they're definitely not going to do anything with.
Oh,
other
that's right.
catapults, they're
They're
gonna go
just
try and
fine.
use.
That's right.
And it's going to kill a bunch more of them.
Yep, that's true. So,
Right.
so 3 of them are ruined, and three of them apparently are perfectly
traps.
fine. Yeah. Yep. All right.
So those catapults, are
Yeah.
they within range of our catapults?
Yeah.
All right. Cyrena, fire!
Oh, you want to just go?
Well, why the hell wouldn't we?
Okay. No. Sure.
You know,
Excellent. So
Early morning mortar,
they've
baby.
been
So, Para.
prepping them as well. Yeah.
Para, so your first job is going to be to heat up those stones inside of our catapults so that they're not just stones, they're fireballs.
Okay, but the catapults are wooden, right?
Well, in the little scoop metal.
No. Well, would it be? Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be wood? It'd be metal.
Yeah, I think they made it out of metal.
Okay, fair enough.
Usually.
Yeah, sure. It's metal.
I mean,
I can
don't
do that.
make them so searing hot that they're
Right.
gonna like melt through the metal.
Right.
But if they're only gonna be there for a second before it gets launched,
We can do that.
then that's what we could do.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to.
But okay, yeah, I can do that. I also thought like though that when they actually come for us, if I could put like a wall of fire, like in front of the door, like maybe that would help.
Yeah. Well, that's a good plan. But also, we're gonna try to funnel all the forces into this main area.
Yeah.
So that at that point we can rain fire and death down upon them.
I could also like cut them in half. Like if they get through the door, we can let some of them in, and then I could cut them in half with a wall, and then you could take out some of them while the other sons are still trying to get inside.
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe we should even leave that door just open.
Just like come on in.
Say, come on in, and then I will force close the door whenever it's at capacity, and or if it's a portcullis that goes down,
You just drop it down.
We drop it down. They're trapped inside, can't get out. we dump the, we have Cyrena's forces dump the oil into there.
It's already in there. You just have to light it.
That's right. They did already fill all that area with oil. It's
No, we
all-
decided not to because it causes
Oh, because you
fumes.
could light. No,
Right.
that's right. That's right. You thought about it, and I was like, well, it could blow up overnight. And you're like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. No. We needed to be fresh and ready to like boof.
Yep.
You know, or maybe even better, we just leave a barrel down there, and Para, you just.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. Sure.
How's that sound?
Should have brought the jug. Could have been filling it with acid all night.
I know.
So Rina turns and she starts barking orders. A couple of her crew goes to man the catapult, and they're getting that turned and ready. Para goes with them to start lighting up rocks.
Oh,
The
and
rest of
whenever
them-
you shoot the catapults, Cyrena, do not shoot their catapults. Those are a special trick. We're just
She got
waiting
that.
for them.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, she'll just she basically launch at the highest concentration of forces she can, and at the battling ram, which is currently out of range. But when it comes within range, she's going to start launching at that because she sees that as the biggest threat. That's actually left.
All right, Kylie, you be ready to cut the line so that this door comes down whenever we have a set amount, when people can't come in anymore.
I can do that. So Kailu takes himself and a bunch of the men for the front gates, and also with bows around the edges.
Adamil, you and Rina need to be behind the wall here, just sort of peek through the little area where it's possible, and you just rain death down on people.
I can do that.
That is something we can both do well.
Excellent. And Cyrena, I guess we'll be up at the tower directing everything.
That is what we will do then. Excellent.
Attack!
Do as the human says. Actually, no, she's human so. She's human as well.
What?
Do as human say. Yeah, what? I mean, nothing.
Nothing
Don't
to see
do
here.
as the mortal.
your friend.
Yeah. Do as the mortal earthling says. That I certainly am as well.
Extraplanar beast.
Do as the non-dragons do. I mean, us. Okay. All right, so this is how we're all set up then. Most of you are going to be in this area here. Now, there are also two ballistae here.
Right, those are also going to be shot, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
As soon as
absolutely.
people are in range. So Cyrena's will have her forces, whoever knows how to do that.
Sure, on the
I don't
ballistae. They're basically, I mean, it's basically set up exactly like your guy's ship was.
Right.
There are two ballistae in the front. There's a catapult in the back. It's almost the same thing.
Right.
So yeah, the crew takes care of that just fine. The ones who are left who don't have an immediate job have bows and are basically aligned along the murder hallway and
Right.
ready to go.
All right, Toho, you stay downstairs inside the infirmary and be ready to take any of our wounded.
So he's going to turn the bottom floor of that tower, which is basically just one open room, into an open air infirmary. He's got cots and hot water and whatever else laid out. Herbs and such. Ready to go?
Yeah, I guess so, unless anybody has any
All
other
right.
ideas.
So a couple people load one of the rocks into the catapult, and it's like crank, 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 and she fires, and it soars through the air, right, some invisible barrier in the middle of it, falls straight to the ground, and you just see a big red X appear in the sky. If it was nowadays, it'd be a digital thing, right? So a big red X appears in the sky, and next to it, a timer flashes. It's counting down from 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, it's counting down from 32 minutes and 57 seconds. 56, 55, 54.
What the fuck?
And then it vanishes, and then you see blinking on the table, ding ding, the same countdown, a timer.
All right, hold off on any more attacks, I guess. I guess we wait for them to come attack us.
Or at least for that timer to run down. So what do you guys do in the next half an hour?
How long does it look like
This
until the
is
sun's
all
going to
very
come up?
arbitrary.
Roll an intelligence roll.
See, I think we need to do something in 32 minutes, not
18.
wait for
18's good enough. I mean, you looking at the horizon, estimating the amount of time left, you guess the sun's going to rise in about half an hour?
Well, so why did this game allow us to attack earlier
Yeah, why
and is
didn't
not
we
allowing
just
us
do
to
all that
attack
other
now?
stuff?
Who knows? Maybe you weren't just allowed to use the material on the field. Who the fuck knows? There's no rule book laid out.
All right, I searched for a rule book.
All right.
One.
Find it.
You find a book, and it is a rule book about Australian rules cricket, and you are absolutely convinced it has to do with this. So you're very upset that you guys haven't set up a wicket, nor do you have any blockers whatsoever.
Wickets. That's the sticky wicket. All right. Well,
Anything else you want to do to help?
no. I guess I'll sit here for 30 minutes.
All right. Well, there is breakfast and meats and things laid out. There's like a table that has appeared that has a bunch of, delicious foods and ales laid out. Anyone want to partake
None of which
in it?
you're going to drink.
Anyone going to eat any of the food or ale laid out?
No.
No.
As he describes
No?
the food.
It's delicious. There's hams and grapes.
Perhaps after I see one of the red shirts eating.
Yeah. So you're going to tell one of the people to eat. You know what?
No! I don't let anyone touch the food!
As you guys are arguing about this, actually, you turn around and Kailu's just got a big old mouth of like prunes. He's like, what? And nom, 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 nom.
He's
Big old glass of water.
Okay, we all sort of hover over him, stare at him.
He's like, he's just kind of like chewing a plum and like looks over his shoulder all of a sudden, like, what? Nom, nom, nom. He's happy.
Not dead yet.
Got a pretty good appetite for an elf.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if he's not dead,
Clearly he wouldn't poison his
Actually,
own food.
it's like, this tastes great. I feel great. I feel really great, actually.
like too great.
No, I feel really great.
Normal?
No, like I can like hear, like, oh!
My strength is going up +1 somehow. I don't know.
All right, well, fine. I take some of the stale bread. Mm-hmm. And
No, it's not stale bread. It's delicious bread.
it's unfortunate.
There is no stale bread here at all. Every single thing. In fact, as you reach for a piece of bread, it's like you can feel just the slightest amount of heat rising from it, as if it just came out of the oven and was
That's
cooked.
what creepier.
Yeah.
Who knows? It just appeared on a table.
Exactly.
Who's playing this game with us? That's what I want to know. In the end, we must find this out. But until then, I guess I'll eat some cheese.
Okay, so you guys all eat delicious food, and it is really good. I mean, it is like not the best meal you've ever had, but every single thing is done well. Every so like, ooh, that's good bread. Ooh, that's good cheese. Ooh, that's good meat. It's all quite delicious. So,
What's a save versus poison?
your save versus poison. No. So, I want you guys all to take. Basically, you have
400 points of damage.
all of you have
From internal
inspiration.
bleeding.
Then now you all gain a point of inspiration for eating the food. If you already have inspiration, you gain another one. I don't know if you heard that
haven't,
rule.
but now
You
I
guys
get-
can gain multiple inspirations, right? Okay, so everyone gains inspiration. If anyone has taken any damage whatsoever, is 100% healed. Okay, so the timer has been counting down. It's about 1 minute now, and and you guys hear another in the sky, and the timer reappears. Bing, bing, counting down from 1 minute in seconds. Everyone ready?
Yeah, fire.
So they're loading the catapult, and Pear's like got his hands on it. You can see the rock glowing red as he gets ready. Beep, 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 beep. And you just hear trumpets sound from somewhere in the distance, and you hear a roar come from the line of people outside. Cyrena points to the catapult peoples. The catapult peoples are fire! Big glowing orange ball about the size of 2 basketballs in width is flying through the air and smashes down about 20 feet to the left of a group of orcs who are very startled to see it, like, roar! And they start yelling back, and you can see them loading the 3 catapults that they have left.
That's right. Keep loading, keep loading.
Now, while they are doing that, it looks like they have picked up the battling ram and are moving forward with it. About 20 or 30 orcs are going with them, as well as several ogres.
Excellent.
Can I address something?
Sure.
Battering.
What am I saying?
Battling?
Oh, I thought, no, a battering.
Battering. Like
Battering.
you batterer something.
Battering.
Not battling like you battle
Yeah.
with people.
Battering.
Battering.
Battering. That's what I'm
There you
saying.
go.
I've been
Okay.
saying it the whole time.
No, I've heard you
Manual.
say it every single time is
Monster Manual.
battling.
Okay, so as they pick up the battling ram and they're coming at you, and they're coming at you, they're coming with about 30 or 40 orcs, and a couple ogres are joining it as well.
Come in, said the spider to the fly.
So the gates are wide open, right?
We
The
scream,
front gate,
yeah.
no, don't come in. No.
The first one that walks in is like,
As
really
they're-
good.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait, yo.
Even so, though, as they're coming in, we're going to be shooting at them with.
Yeah, sure.
with
Oh no,
arrows.
they already got
I'm
O's
just gonna
lined
walk
up and
in.
they're firing. Adamil's ready. He is very ready to go. And like as he's actually pulled out a couple of his arrows and set them up alongside him. So there's extra arrows in front because apparently you guys can pull arrows out of your pack all day long, and once they're made, they're made. You know. So yeah. She has one of these too as well. So you can see her doing the same thing. Whenever she pulls for an arrow, it just appears in her hand. And then it is that
This is
arrow.
going to be an awesome store we open up, guys.
I got 3 different kinds.
I mean, what is she gonna do with that? We've got
We're
we have
gonna sell
paninis.
arrows.
We have we're gonna sell arrows.
Acid, we've got
Perfect.
fresh water, we've got beer, we've
And
got
honey
wine.
muffins.
Yep.
Honey muffins.
Honey
yeah.
muffins, yes, you
I'll
can make
deliver
honey muffins.
everything. We're set. This is it. We're gonna make a mint.
All right, as they're coming towards, Siren has the crew load again and fire, and they fire a second glowing orb thing that goes firing off and lands, crushing about 4 of the orcs on the left-hand side of the battling ram. The whole ram slams to the ground. They have to readjust. Some new people come in. 2 of the ogres get in the front and take some of the brunt, and it's moving again. Be at your front step within 4 rounds.
All right, well, we just.
I was like, can I aim? Can I go?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Can I hit the closest thing?
They've moved within range now. So there's
Cool.
like about 10 orcs in the front, like basically walking with it and firing arrows back over, or trying to anyway.
I'm gonna fire at the closest thing. 13.
The 13's gonna hit an orc, absolutely.
Cool.
Thunk.
7.
Okay, so one orc just drops.
Yes.
Just takes the arrow straight in his chest, drops to his knees, and slumps over.
Awesome. I did my job.
Well, that's one. And Adamils goes pink, pink, pink.
I was like, I don't know, just beating me.
Fires 3 shots, hits, and misses. Okay. So he takes out.
Take that 2, please.
Well, one he wings in the arm, and the other one he drops completely. I'm just warming up.
I don't know, get your act together.
All right, and there's some orcs firing back over the line. No. All right, so one of them actually shoots someone else because he's getting to line up, and a guy steps in front of him, he fires like 2 feet, and then right in the guy's back, and that guy drops. And, and then the other 2 just miss because they're trying to fire over stone at people they really can't see. And that's it for that side.
So are we in initiative, or what are we going to do?
I mean, well, not really initiative. I mean, they're coming towards you. You got a couple rounds to take pot shots at them.
Right. Well, I mean, once I feel that they're in range enough for me, I'm going to reach out with my divinity and force one of the orcs.
Yeah.
One of the orcs to reach his hand and form it into a fist and punch another orc.
Okay. All right. Where are you right now?
I am like up here.
Okay, so as you're getting ready to do that, Cyrena gestured towards the table because a piece has appeared in the tray, and it looks remarkably like your brother Foza.
That's nice.
Do you want to touch that right now?
and she's picked it up, getting ready to place it.
Don't
like
do
she
it.
has all the
Don't
others.
do it.
Yeah.
Foza may not exactly be on our side at this point.
Who?
That's my brother.
Well, because she doesn't know who it is. She just saw a warrior.
It's my brother, and he's a Kadari. And I'm not exactly on the best of terms with him right now.
Okay, so she places it back into the tray, and as she does place it back into the tray, it vanishes, and a second piece appears, and it's Torrvic's piece. It moves from underneath the glass into the tray. And she picks it up, and she puts it on the table, and Torrvic, boom, appears right there next to you guys.
Oh shit!
Torrvic!
What was that?
Torrvic's back.
What the fuck just happened?
Can we not die?
What?
We're immortal.
Can we not die? What are you talking about? I just
We're immortal.
What happened? Does anybody? What's going on?
We're in the middle of battle right now.
Good, great, all right.
Zero wrist arrows, and it's like sailing
All
by
right,
your
what do
guys'
you
head.
need me to do? Is there something I do? What?
Why don't you? I don't know.
Don't turn into a bird again.
Oh, great, fuck it! And I jump down. I'm gonna run to like where everyone else.
Be careful of that spot there.
Everyone's
We're about
right.
to
I mean,
light
pretty
that
much
into fire.
everyone's in the tower right now. At least your group of people. The
Okay,
people
all
in
of us are. Okay.
Yeah, her and Adamil are here along with some of the other crew. A lot of the crew is up around the catapult too. Cyrena's here, and the rest of you are like right around that top area with a
Do I
with
even
the
hear
table.
Torrvic yelling?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just wondering how far away I was.
No. You trust me. Most people heard Torrvic. Most people heard Torrvic yelling.
What's the plan? What are we doing?
All right. There are a whole bunch of beasts that are marching their way here with a battering ram.
What beasts?
Well, here.
Where are we? What
I
are we
hand
doing?
him- I hand him a freaking.
What
This
happened?
stuff, doesn't he?
He doesn't remember
yeah.
anything. So everything
All
that
the way
happened,
from coming into
only he
it
remembers. The last thing he
was
remembers is
before he
picking
got
up his own
here
piece and,
and
putting
putting
it
it
down.
down. Yeah.
That's the last
back
thing he
when we
remembers.
were in the
Right.
Union.
Yeah.
But we don't
Okay,
even know that.
all right.
So
That's what he's trying
What?
to explain.
I put the piece down and I was shot through some. Oh my! Well, it was kind of fun, but we can't do it again. What are we doing? What happened?
you turned into a bear, destroyed a bunch of catapults, and were skewered through, and apparently vanished, and now have reappeared. I guess you don't.
No, I didn't. I've been in a.
Totally did.
What?
Totally did. Now we're under attack right now. See those beasts right there? They're marching towards our gates. Once they come in, we're going to light that area into fire and close the portcullis, and then they'll be without their battering ram, and then we'll continue to fire. So whatever you can do to help, that's great. Oh, by the way, you can turn into beasts, which is pretty cool.
Well, that
I know
you
that.
that he actually remembers.
Yeah, because I turned into an eagle when I was.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, no, the last thing I remember was putting my piece down, and now I was rebirthed. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck that was. Okay,
Alright,
so
we'll circle back. Let's put a pin in that. We'll circle back later. Right now, we got a battle.
Right now, as you're saying that, the
We'll do it
catapult
definitely.
fires one more time, and another. It's not glowing this time because Paris started to move towards the front because he's worried about
Right.
people charging in. That one misses wildly. Again, they're not quite getting their eye in yet, and just slams down into an open field. And more orcs are charging in at this moment. Let's go ahead and do initiative now.
Oh, but this whole just act like you want was having fun.
Well, I'm gonna go near the front.
I like doing that.
You can still act however you want, just on your turn.
12.
I'm going to roll all of the other forces as
Yeah.
1, so they are 13.
24. Why did I crit on initiative?
19.
So we're defending like a Mott and Bailey versus a small contingent of warriors.
Yeah, you're basically a small keep against, a whole regiment, basically. Yeah, like, an army. I would say 1,000 people is an army.
Yeah.
No.
950.
Yes, it's 950
You said I've
people.
never played any of the Total War games.
Well, I mean, it's an army of sorts. I mean, you could take a small town with an army of 1,000 people,
First act, Rina.
I'm gonna shoot the closest thing.
Excellent. would still be an orc.
Cool. 13 again.
That will hit.
Okay. 12.
That's one more. Oh, yeah, 12? Yeah, an orc
Yeah.
definitely falls. Basically, right through its left eye. Just, and then it just goes down.
947.
I do like a little hand out of me, like, you better. Like,
Para.
Para is going to hold action. He can't throw fire that far,
Right.
and he wants to, so he's just going to hold action. Yeah.
All right. Beasties.
Beasties, they're going to fire a couple arrows back. Okay, and they have basically got so they didn't hit anything, but they've got the ram up, and they're kind of like shuffling through those main gates right now to take it up to the large gate. Does any of them notice anything? And they are going to be inside, but they're basically halfway through the gate right now. As they're doing it, a couple other orcs are around the sides, and 4 grappling hooks are fired. Actually, 6 are thrown up, but 2 of them fall back. So there's a grappling hook here, one here, and one here now.
Grappling hooks!
No.
Torvik.
So, what am I supposed to do? I don't have anything that range.
Grappling hook!
Yeah, do the grappling hooks.
You can run up with your axe and just, yeah.
That's boring. All right, so I run over and I'm just chopping the grappling hooks as
Roll
I
to
can
hit just to make sure you don't get a 1.
13.
13 will definitely hit. Roll damage just to make sure you don't roll 1.
3.
All right, so
Plus.
all of it.
Plus all your strikes. You just come down, shunk, so you just see, go, la ha ha, and just cuts right through this rope, and you're, thunk, and it's not really far. The walls are only 20 feet high, but an orc fell about 10 feet. Fell on his back.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
I will reach out with my divinity and grab that next hook and force it back.
All right, excellent. You just have to roll a strength, so it's pretty easy.
Well, it's wisdom, right?
No, wisdom's easy. You can grab it, no problem. The strength is just to lift it up with the weight on it.
Oh, well, probably not then. 4.
Did you get? Well, no, it's enough. You're not really doing much. You can't really throw it. You're just like, you see like the little teeth like scrape, and then boom, it falls off, and the guy, plummets back to the ground.
Okay.
2 down.
947.
You held your action until right now.
That's what I was doing anyway.
Okay.
I'm holding my action.
So you're just like, ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, daggers out, holding your action.
Okay, Cyrena and her forces.
All right, the catapult fires one more time. Sails over Sid. You hear a couple, a smash, and a couple as some orcs die.
940.
Kailu tells his men to fire, and they fire, and also they get the other 2 grappling hooks off, so they manage to either cut the lines or push the guys back. You've repelled those first 4 grappling hooks and killed some more orcs.
How many?
938.
Let's say 4 more went down.
936.
36.
The enemy kill count.
Okay, back to the top of the round.
Yep.
Rina.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot the next closest thing.
You have the monster man.
21.
I do.
So it's a crit. So 20. Well, actually 27.
Yeah, that'll definitely crit.
And
Okay.
I got an 8 plus 6, so like 14.
Yeah. So you fired. Let's just say you fired at the first,
Can I go
ogre,
through one
so
and
we're
go
not
to another because I got a crit?
We're not going to waste it. So one of the creatures running up was an ogre. So you rolled an 8.
For damage.
Is that plus your?
8 plus 6. So
Okay, roll one more die 8.
okay. I got 5.
5, so 8 plus 6
19.
plus 11. They're going to double the. Yeah. Okay, so you basically struck an ogre straight in its shoulder, caused it to drop to both knees and almost, pass out, and then just. And it to drag itself back up before. So you almost killed it in one shot.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Still 936 though.
I'm sorry, I'm trying. Okay.
All right, Dorro.
No, there are people now.
Where are these?
Yeah, the whole thing is now inside the main area. There are orcs all around it. There's orcs outside the walls. There's more of them with grappling hooks ready to throw them up. And there are also some ogres that look like they're getting ready to basically. One's got his back to the wall, who's got there, and it's got his hands out for the guy coming up.
How many of those are doing that?
There's one doing that right now.
How many more ogres are coming to the wall?
You can see maybe half a dozen right now, and they seem to be working in teams.
Maybe.
This
isn't going to work. 'cause-
This is the guy with the big arrow in his shoulder, by the way. So if you teleport to his shoulder, it's going to hurt a lot. She just put
Oh, it's the
arrow
one
into
that
it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, can I get on the other shoulder?
No, it will hurt. It might be good. You can do whatever you want.
Oh.
I'm just informing you of who it is.
Stab on, kick it in a little bit more.
Exactly.
Right?
Heal. Gotta drive it in.
9.
Yeah. So you disappear from where you are, and you reappear on his shoulders. It's like, whoa.
Okay, now I'm going to stab him in the neck.
Excellent.
Or try to. 9.
No, you are not able to stab him in the neck. You just kind of boom, he just gets a hand up there, doesn't quite grab your wrist, but easily blocks you from stabbing him in the neck.
Get ready, Para.
Para's ready. Does he go now?
No, next round, because they have to pour the oil.
Oh, right.
Prepare your fire.
Okay, so then Para creates a wall of fire directly behind them, cutting them off and cutting anyone else off from getting inside. So he's created a little wall of fire right here.
All right, beasties.
First, let's start with the beastie that's got Dorro on his shoulders. That's pretty easy. He's going to try and grab you. 7.
No.
No. So Dorro's dancing around as this thing is like, roar. It's like, ah, ah. All right, so 2 grappling hooks come up on this side and both fall back down. But 2 come up on this side and get purchased.
Yeah, not much.
The other 2 more ogres are now flat with their backs against the wall, getting ready to flip their buddies up. And the one that was going to get flipped up with you comes in, sees you dancing on this guy's shoulder, and comes in with a club to strike you. Does a 4 hit you?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he does hit his, but I did roll and hit his friend though, because I was gonna see, well, what if he missed you and hit someone and the next roll was a 1? So he does hit his friend. Okay, so the guy is like, I got it, and he runs up and he goes to hit him, and you just kind of jump and he just clocks the guy straight in the face.
I want to get on that one now.
And he just kind of turns and falls down. I need a dexterity roll from you. 16. Okay, he pops.
So you're down with them.
Well, no, we're outside. We're
Okay.
around the outside because they're letting ogres in.
Oh, okay.
So you,
But I'm still up on
somewhere
top,
over
so.
here, somewhere.
So you basically ran up. He just runs up. He's like, I got him, and he clocks. Tries to hit you. You jump up from the shoulder, carries through, clocks the other ogre in the face, spins around and drops him dead. And then you kind of leap off that guy's shoulders and land on the other one. And he's
Yes.
like, ah! Now he's got a little Dorro on him.
Yep.
All right, yep, that's what's happening. Then there's some arrows coming over. Ooh. Okay, one's definitely going to be a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an arrow coming for you. Yeah, you move just in time, but it cuts into your left arm. So take 2 points of damage.
Oh no.
Not bad, considering.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, that's their round.
All right.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. You hear off in the distance, fire! And you see the 3 catapult arms, foom, 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 all come up at once, all continue through, smashing through their central columns. Bits of wood go flying out. You see goblins and orcs impaled with like big, as they just explode on their mountings, flipping rocks straight into the air, sometimes backwards onto people. Probably 24 more people were killed right there. And there's a lot of chaos happening in the back lines right now.
924.
Can I see from whence this fire came from?
Yeah, you guys can easily see it. It happened where they
Was
were
it?
setting up all the catapults.
But who said
Scared
it?
fire.
Who's
said
that?
Oh,
Who's
you're
the
never
man?
going to see it, but roll perception.
17.
No.
24.
Where are you right now?
He's on
I'm
top.
on top.
Yes, you know. Your little eagle vision eyes, there's a dude, some orc with a bunch of feathers on him and everything else, and like he's all bandaged up like for some reason, but
cute.
you know, but there's definitely like a leader chieftain orc right behind those lines of catapults, heavily surrounded.
All right. Torrvic's turn.
Turn it into a
Oh,
giant
wait.
eagle.
One last thing I wanted to say before their end of the turn. You also hear a trumpet from the top of the tower, from where Cyrena is with the table, and you all kind of like look over to see her, and she's blowing into some kind of silver like horn that she's found, and she's pointing to the left and into the water. And as you guys look over, you can see a boat, a ship, cresting around this rocky area here and coming towards where you are. A large boat armed with catapults and warriors.
What do they look like? Are they?
Orcs again, you know,
Orcs.
roar, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm turning into a giant eagle.
Okay, we don't have to roll for that. You turn into you are now a giant eagle.
All right, and I'm going to start flying toward that chieftain, high enough so that I can't.
About to ask?
Yeah.
All right, so
Be
you're gonna
shot.
take off, so it'll take you a round to climb up, right? A round to get over there, and then a round to dive bomb, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
Jesus Christ.
Shatter
Yep.
goes over the
Awesome.
battlefield.
Awesome.
Like,
Well, I'm also inspecting the battlefield as I'm flying, just to.
No, you're getting a perfect view of it, actually. That's gonna be excellent.
If I can
Literally,
Yeah.
you're literally getting the eagle eyes view of the battlefield.
So yeah, just perceptioning everything.
Excellent.
Perceptioning.
That's perfect.
over it.
That's perfect.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
So I yell out, Kylu, now! Sarita, oil! Para, fire! Try to force one of the grappling hooks into the other grappling hook.
No, and like just basically like just kind of sweep them both
sweep
off
them
the
both
thing. Roll strength.
No,
Yeah.
probably not.
What'd you get?
5.
All right, so you push one across, like scrape, and then you hit the other one, and they kind of tangle up into each other, but you can't quite push it off.
All right, Cyrena.
All right, Cyrena does all the things you just said, basically, oil and fire. She has the catapult's fire again. It hits a couple orcs that smash it into the center. There's shouts for oil, and you see 2 big pots of like Yeah, it's kind of like lamp oil, so it's really, really smelly and really, really thin. It just, just splashes everywhere. And then you see Para's eyes flame up, and he just fills that whole center area with fire, and it erupts. There's orcs and ogres screaming. There is a bunch of sizzling and popping coming off all the wet hides that have been, done on the front of this battling ram. There's people inside the wooden structure cooking alive as they scramble to get out of it. And
You just kind of dropped that portcullis.
oh yeah, and it slams shut. Paris stopped doing the fire, so there's no more firewall, and the portcullis is slammed shut.
Excellent.
I would say take off another 3 dozen.
You have to keep doing dozens. It makes it difficult.
We don't use the metric system. We're Americans. Take that, rest of the sensible world.
Yeah, we sure showed
All right,
them.
896.
All right.
Plus that boat, though.
Right, plus
Which
the
we
boat
didn't
coming
account
around.
for. All right, back to the top of the round. Rina. And we haven't been acting for Automil, which I assume acts.
Automil's just been a firing. Yeah. Take off another 3.
Take off 3 orcs. Yeah, it's like there, automobile acting.
3 orcs per round.
Yeah, basically. You can hear a large clanking noise, and you see that Rina has ordered the crew to start repositioning the catapult to deal with what's coming up. Is anyone in the tower with her right now?
Yeah, I am. Right.
You're up in the tower with her, right? Okay, as she's doing that, you kind of see her smile and reach down to the playing field where the little pieces keep appearing, and she pulls back one that fits her entire hand. And she looks at it and she smiles and she turns to you and she said, well, this should make things interesting. And she places a dragon turtle down in this water. Dragon turtle! And you guys hear a roar, an explosion of water as a very familiar dragon turtle appears in that kind of shallow bay area cut into the rocks.
I'm gonna go say hi to him.
Well, on your turn.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
All right, back to the top.
Okay, so
Rina.
can I shoot for one of the ones that's one of the orcs that's doing the hand thing, like holding to hold people across?
Oh, well, actually, all of them were doing the hand
Oh, right,
thing.
true.
All of them have kind of stopped and are now looking at the dragon turtles. You can pretty much take a shot at whoever you want to, because
Okay.
they're all momentarily distracted.
Okay. 20.
Yeah, wait, did you roll a natural 20?
No, not
Oh,
that.
that'll definitely hit.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, so you basically sink one, he's kind of like what the heck? And then just right in, oh, son of a Nicely done.
I didn't do it.
It was him.
All right, Dorro.
I want to get to Urlak.
Okay, I want it's 4, so I want to round of focusing and roll wisdom.
15.
Yeah. So you disappear from where you are and you appear on Urlak's shoulders,
Who doesn't like us, by the way?
who also can't talk to Dorro because
Yeah.
you're not there.
Well,
Who doesn't understand common?
well, okay. Not say he didn't
Hand
like
gestures.
us.
Go for it.
You learned this, Rina.
No, go for it.
And we helped him leave, and he wasn't like,
No, he was
these
not-
guys on my back,
But he
jerks
did
and
then try
stuff.
to kill you.
He was mad at
Not
us.
really. He was
He was
attacking them.
very
No, the
annoyed.
last thing he did is try and bite you after he let go of
Well,
control, right?
Wouldn't you?
You're dead now.
You know, wouldn't you?
Right.
You were mind controlled. What do you want?
Right. If I was brought from where I was,
Look,
dropped
listen,
into a strange
y'all need
place
to learn
against
a
my
little
will,
word I
I
like
would
to
be
use
upset.
called forgiveness.
I would be upset.
And- right.
It'd especially make me upset if it happened twice.
Right.
And the first thing I saw was you.
Okay, so I didn't teleport then. Is
Nope,
that what
you already
wanted
No,
to
you
say?
did.
Well, then what are you doing right now? What is this?
I'm telling you
What do
why
want?
he's going to react
this
the
is
way.
my-
I'm explaining to you why Urlak's going to try and bite you next round.
Okay.
Just
All
so
right.
you knew. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, he can't bite him if he's on his back.
He appeared on his shoulder. He's here.
Oh,
He's
that was
going
dumb.
to try and get him.
That was dumb.
All right. Para.
Hilarious, but dumb.
Para has flamed all these things. They've all burst into flame and have died screaming and horribly.
Now he can.
Para's a little shaken. Para, he's used his fire on people before. He's burned people before, but this was something different. He basically put people into an oven trap and he watched them burst and he watched flesh crack open. Yeah, but it all looks very real no matter what it is.
Yeah.
He looks a little ashen, like he's not quite sure what he's done.
Oh no.
But he's okay. He's okay. He shakes it off, but he doesn't take an action this round.
All right. Beasties, and I guess the dragon turtle too.
Okay, well, let's start with the dragon turtle. Let's say he knows one word in common. And so you see a dragon turtle's eyes narrow, and he goes, "You," and he tries to bite you. Okay, his jaw snaps shut, like just in front of you as you kind of dance back on his shoulder. I'm gonna give you a reaction turn, even though it's not your turn. Do you want to stay here, or do you want to leave his shoulder?
Well, now I want to draw him towards the ship.
That's what I assumed you were gonna do. Let's do that on your
volatile,
round then.
Violent
Okay.
creature that
Okay.
wants to kill everything around himself. Fine,
That's
I'll just aim him at that.
perfect. I'm gonna wait till your turn to do that then.
Okay.
Who's next?
The rest of the beasties.
Okay, good. So, bunch of arrows come back over the edge. Nothing hits. The ones who are, oh no, but the two who were on those grappling hooks pulled themselves up over the top because you weren't able to get rid of them. So there are now 2 orcs that have come over this edge. You're on the other one, on
Yeah.
the side, right? Okay, so that's the side with Adamil and let's say, okay.
Oscar Duarte.
So yeah. So on that side is Oscar and Jasra. Yeah, both of them are. No, I'm sorry. Oscar and Annika Bloodstone are both on that
Excellent.
side. Annika's just like, she's just got her hammer and just waiting, just standing right there. The first orc over the side, she just whoosh, hits it right in the face and launches it. Comes down hard, wham, on the next one over. Hits that one too. Those two are dealt with. And she just kind of wipes a smear of blood off her face and just spins her hammer again, just waiting for someone to show up. Yep, it's just like that. All right. Also, there are ogres that have repositioned what they are doing. One of them's going to try and help one over the side. Succeeds, as does this one. So there's now an ogre up on the wall here and up on the wall here, pulling themselves over. So you guys have kind of backed up a bit,
Right.
I imagine. Yeah, and they're coming over the wall.
I'll deal with him.
I shall handle this.
Torrvic is
I
flying.
mean, I'm gonna focus on flying toward that guy, but I want to like.
You've gone up in the air.
Yeah.
And you're now kind of like circling over to where he is, getting an eye's view with the current as you're preparing to dive bomb him, right? You can see everyone pretty much lined up. Where the catapults were, there's just a big mess of disaster there. You can actually see like other orcs pulling orcs out of the rubble, and the army had to kind of like move around them because there was so much destruction. So there's like a group of, you would say, about 200 people now charging the fortress. There's probably 400, 500 in reserve as like the main pack that is kind of forming up behind them. As with their number, you can see a bunch of wargs now that you couldn't see before. Maybe 24 wargs, along with the orcs and goblins and everything that's getting ready to charge.
What the fuck's a warg, by the
A
way?
warg is a big, angry orc wolf.
Okay.
You know, like in
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, they were riding them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So imagine 24 of those. So that's their cavalry.
Okay, so they have a cavalry charge. They have a sea-based line attack.
Oh, you can definitely see that
But
coming in.
the thing I'm going after, I can definitely think that is like a leader-ish.
He's up on top of a platform, he's barking orders and pointing. There's very strong, burly orcs all around him looking, that won't leave his side in like a horseshoe all in front. He's some kind of leader, certainly.
All right, I'm just gonna observing all that and still keep going to where next round I'll be able to.
Oh
go
yeah, no, you're
above the
directly
warrior.
above him. You basically are just taking a lazy circle over him,
Yeah.
just to kind of get everything in. You can dive whenever you want.
Yeah, next round, right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I should have grabbed a rock. Drop.
No, just snatch him. Just grab him and take him.
That you could do also.
That's well. I'm
Yeah.
I bet he
debating.
can't fly.
Who's up?
Me. I'm going to force blast that. What's it called? Orc.
Oh, with the ogre that got up, just blast him back off?
Yeah.
Excellent. Wait, the orcs, because there's 2 orcs and 1 ogre up on that
Ogre.
side.
Yeah. No, there are 2 ogres, right?
There's
The
1
orcs
ogre
were
on both sides. Oh no, she killed both those orcs. So yes, it's an ogre. Sorry.
So I want to force blast the ogre.
Nice.
Natural 20.
That is definitely going to be a hit, and
And
we're
roll
just going
3.
to assume. Actually, roll your strength, but I want you to roll strength with advantage right now first, before you even do damage, because it may not matter.
Oh, with advantage. 12.
Yeah, that's fine. He rolled 4. So you blast him, like before he fully gets, purchased as he comes up over the edge, you blast him off the edge. He tumbles backwards and cracks about 20 feet straight down on his neck. Let's assume he did damage on top of that. That guy's dead.
Did he land on any orc?
Sure, hang on. yes. There's like little orc arms as he's like crushed an orc underneath him.
All right, 880.
That's 2.
Let's see here, Cyrena and her forces.
Okay, Servant again
Including
announces
Ottoman.
the catapult to be launched. Launched a couple orcs. Ottomil, the ogre you knocked down is on which side? So that's his ogre. So he turns and sees yours and fires 3 arrows across the way at it. Miss, hit, miss. So he only hits it with 1, but it's like digs into its shoulder. But no, it glances off his shoulder, actually. That was not a good round. Ottomil got nervous. Whenever you're in trouble, Ottomil loses his game for a second and didn't quite hit. Who's up?
If anybody else from Cyrena's forces do anything.
They're fighting. Yeah. They're in the battle. They're reloading the catapult now. Actually, they finally are going to fire off 2 rounds from that ballistic because they've got targets now. First one hits. Second one misses. So the first one sinks deep into one of the ogres and downs him right there. Just boom, right through him, bursts out through his back, and he falls to his knees dead. Cool. Nice shot.
All right, back to the top of the round. Rina.
Okay, I'm gonna address what's right in front of me.
Nice, yeah, I would do that.
Okay, 23.
That will hit.
Okay, so it's crit, right?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a crit.
Okay, all right, here we go. 6, okay.
So it's 6 plus 8 is 14.
Okay.
So he just sunk 14 damage right into his chest. With the damage he took from Ottomil, he's wounded, but he's not quite dead yet.
All right, Dorro.
I want to teleport from Urlak towards this ship as far as I can. Maximum distance.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay,
you can
and
teleport directly, you can see one of their, little...
Can I get to the ship?
Yeah, you can teleport. The ship is basically...
How far is Urlak from the ship then?
So, Urlak is here. The ship is moving this way, so it's about here right now. So you can teleport directly into that crow's nest right there.
Would he be able to hear me if I yelled? I know he can't understand common.
He would be able to see and hear you.
Okay.
And well,
so then,
maybe hear because his eyesight's not great as you remember.
Right, but I want to do something in the way of attention grabbing.
He seemed to be able to hear you guys really well. So if his eyesight's no good, apparently his hearing's quite fine.
Okay. I teleport onto the ship. Can I get in the crow's nest?
Yeah, roll just roll a wisdom to make sure you can hit it right.
3.
Roll a reflex save.
Dexterity. You mean dexterity, right?
Yes. Roll a dex save. Yep.
8.
Okay, no. You go to appear in the crow's nest, but he shifts his shoulder at the last minute, and it kind of shuffles you off to the side, and you appear about 5 feet to the right of the crow's nest. You're like, whoa! And you try and grab it, but you don't, and you fall. High, low.
Low.
You're so damn lucky. So you fall, just missing the deck as the boat is gliding forward, and you plunge into the water right next to it, coughing and sputtering. Para is recovered now, and he's going to, well, the thing's right in front of him, so he's going to flame the ogre that's gotten up on top of the wall. That's going to hit. That's enough. So the wounded ogre now takes some flame. He kind of tumbles over the wall on fire, and sure, lands on another orc. And now there's piling burnt flesh ogre on top of this orc, which cannot be a fun experience.
Yeah. Thankful not to Para.
Not a good way to go.
Yeah, 875. All right. BCs including Urlak.
Okay, there are more ogres coming in and a couple of cyclops at this point.
Oh, no.
One of the cyclops has gotten to the front gate and just going, and he's lifting the front gate open.
Oh, is he a transformer?
Yes, that's what's happening. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. He is now a...
3 ogres become super ogre.
3 ogres have now become robotic trains and are bashing through your front
Legendary
gate.
creature has morphed.
Exactly.
God damn it!
Exactly. At the same time, you can see Urlak just kind of roar and turn, and his attention is focused on the ship anyway, frankly, and he's moving towards the ship.
Torrvic.
So, not gonna pick him up. I'm gonna do what Torrvic would do.
All right.
Dive bombing, and as I'm dive bombing, I want to turn back into Torrvic.
Okay.
And
You have a lot of speed. It's going to hurt you as much as it's going to hurt anyone you land on.
oh,
I mean, if you're going like 90 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour in a dive bomb, I mean, you're falling at that point. I mean, you can do it. It would be effective, but there's going to be a penalty to pay.
Hurt the shit out of
I mean, it'll really do a good job at damaging him, but it's going to hurt a lot to you too.
all right. Well, then I'm just gonna dive bomb. Yeah, I'll just dive bomb as an eagle.
And grab him?
No, just attack him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
so-
do, what is it? Two
yeah.
claws and beak or something? Excellent.
2 attacks. 1 with beak, 1 with talon. With the beak, it's a 6
Plus.
plus 5.
That
So-
will not hit.
And
So,
then-
so as you kind of dive in at the corner of his eye, he sees you, and the beak still slams shut just before you get to his face.
Talons are 10.
10 total?
5 plus 5, yeah.
Damn it. Okay, so no, he sees you like the last minute at the corner of his eye, he sees you, and you slam shut just in front of him.
I grab that Cyclops' slimy eyeball.
Yeah. All right, roll wisdom first.
This is the grossest thing that happens in this game. Is
I know.
when he does this.
19.
19 will do. Roll a strength against his strength.
This is foul.
I rolled a 14.
15.
Oh, poor guy. So he's like, you can see his eye, and you can see him like grip his face, and like blood start to pour out from his fingers, and just like you get this wet, like if you filled a sheep's bladder with water and squeezed it until it burst, like a wet, ripping, gross splotch kind of noise, and blood shoots out from between his fingers, blood and maybe a little bit of like that eye goop, like that clear kind of eye
white
goop,
stuff.
and he just collapses to his knees screaming.
Okay, wow.
In fact, he was up
And the
against the
portcullis,
wall,
yeah.
right?
No, he was
you
grabbing- he was
got back. So a bunch of orcs had started to crawl underneath. He just screams and drops it and just crushes them as it snaps their neck and breaks their backs.
870?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Cyrena and her forces.
All right,
Including Ottoman.
the catapult has turned around by now. She's ordered it to fire, and it misses the boat. 2 more of the ballistae fire off. One misses, one sinks into the shoulder of another ogre, and he's like on his knees trying to pull this giant bolt out of him. Yeah, Automail's just going to keep firing. Everyone just keeps firing. A couple more orcs go down. Take like six more off. It's like arrows are flying out. Yeah.
All right. Back to the top of the round then. Rina.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the one that just got to the shoulder from the ballistic. Not natural, but like a 21.
That will hit. Yeah.
11.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it. All right, so, by the way, well, Torrvic's not there, so he wouldn't see. You guys are used to this by now, but not 100%. When you're watching her fire, there just seems to be, like, if you took the minute to see what was happening, like, she'd maybe fire an arrow that wasn't going to hit, but at the last second, an orc trips and falls 2 feet right into the path of it. And it's not like it happens once. It happens consistently. She just seems to hit or to get missed in ways that you would not expect to happen. Always like just some bit of luck crops up and allows her to do it. Because she's hitting with ridiculous regularity. That drops him. Straight through the temple and down.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks, sort of.
A Jar Jar Binks character, except
not annoying.
she's talented too.
we don't hate you.
She's not
Yeah.
just stumbling through everything. You know what I mean? So
Jar Jar
imagine.
Binks was the most evil character
Yes.
of all of
I read
the
that whole
first
thing.
I read it,
three.
yeah.
There's this whole theory that he's actually a Sith Lord,
He
and that
is-
all of his accidents are just to cover up how talented he actually is. He was working in conjunction with the Empire
With
the whole
Palpatine.
time.
He was.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
he was a co-conspirator.
Yeah.
He is the most evil one in the
He's
galaxy.
actually the master. He's actually the master of
That's what they're
Palpatine.
saying.
He
He
is.
was the-
That's what. That's
He
basically
was
what
behind the
theory is.
scenes the whole time. He knew everything
Yep.
that was happening. No one would suspect him because he's this big, stupid guy. Yeah, it was perfect.
I gotta get on the ship.
You're in the water right now, and
Yes.
you can like as you come sputtering to the top and like bobbing in the water, and the ship is passing behind you. You can see Urlach coming straight for the boat.
Okay,
So the boat's continuing on, and he is coming like this way if you're bobbing in the water here. He's definitely going for the boat.
Well, so I guess I'm going to the catapult line so I can then move in through forces.
Okay, you want to appear on top of one of the wrecked catapults? Or you want to appear in one of the wrecked catapults?
In it would probably be better.
All right, roll wisdom.
Well, I say that, but 18.
18, okay, yeah. So you vanish from where you are in
None
the
of my
water.
hair is in the fucking catapult?
No, you have about 10 gallons of water are that come bursting out the sides of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise than that, and let's see if anyone notices that. Well, there's a couple orcs next who just got drenched. And they're like, raw, and grab spears, but that'll be next round.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Para.
Okay, Para is actually over at Kailu, and you see him actually Kylo, you didn't notice it at the moment, but Kylo's down on his knees and he's got an arrow in his chest. And you see Para put a very gentle hand on his shoulder, nod, grab the arrow bursts into a flame. You hear Kylo, and the whole wound just seals up. He kind of pats him and then goes back to the wall.
Healing elves.
Traitor.
Healing elves gently, maybe with too long of a lingering. No.
Traitor. Oh God, my race is becoming a problem.
It's gonna be a problem. All right, beasties, including Urlach.
Okay, Urlach has gotten near to the ship, and you see him pull in with little tendrils of steam roll out from the sides of his mouth. Oh yeah, and he blasts through the mainsail, rips it to absolute shreds. The whole center column snaps and falls away with it, and the ship just lists to one side, dumps several crew members off, including dead ones, and then rolls back up and just kind of shaking back and forth and clearly off course at this point.
And any other beasties do anything?
Well, the
Yeah, sure.
leader.
Yep, they fire some arrows over the edge.
Oh yeah.
One of them's gonna hit. Hang on. Yeah, Harta Lasse, who had gone to the side to basically fire some arrows over, takes one right in the forehead and just plunk. And everyone's like, and then bloop, 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 just vanishes. And then where Cyrena is,
Heartless.
another little piece appears under the glass.
Well, I look at that piece. I'm up there.
There's a little piece. There's a little Harta Lasse piece right underneath the glass right now.
Okay.
No.
All right, and the leader. Beastie.
Okay, so you have landed behind him, and he's kind of turned, and he's facing you now, and he's got a dagger in his hands, and he's like backing up, and like yelling at the people around him. So he just kind of like steps back, and they all draw swords. There's 4 big, huge, muscular orcs around you now, with like all this scarification on their chest in like ritual patterns and like feathers that have been sewn under the skin where the skin has been allowed to heal back over it, right? So like just
Do they wear dresses too?
yes, and so they wear dresses of blood and ears.
ribbons on the
Yeah. Oh, look at the ear dress. It's so
I love your earring ears.
Boy, your sexuality is so fucked up.
All right.
So you are
You are confusing everyone on internet right now.
They all took a round to reposition, but basically you're being surrounded now by 4 of them who are looking to pick a fight.
Look at the surrounding
Yeah.
orcs grin and go, I guess it's playtime, boys! And just charge in, and the first one gets a thunder smite right
All
to the fucking chin.
Well, he's only 5 feet from us. You don't got to charge far. Roll to the first one.
Yeah, first one in front of me gets a thunder smite in an attempt to, well, I'm not going to be able to intimidate anyone else.
Well, it might. Yeah? Yeah? What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Excellent.
Extra 2d6. So another 8.
Right. Okay. So you guys, everyone hears a thunderbolt go off somewhere in the middle of the field. You guys like see a little pool of grass like kind of get shoved out in all directions as you're like, come on, lift the axe. You can all see a glint of lightning in the axe blade for a second, and you again, for a moment, hear that little whisper of the wind behind it. You slam through the creature, just cuts him straight in half. Head down to about here. Both sides fall off as the axe carries through and slams into the ground. A burst, a gust of wind explodes out from all sides of you, knocking the rest of those orcs about 20 feet back and rolling as they go.
Neato. All right, my turn. Well, I look for a target.
Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, it's just target rich now. The whole outside wall is now surrounded. There's orcs that have ladders and are slamming ladders and poles up against it. There's more grappling hooks coming up. It's all rapid fire now. So you pick your target.
All right, I want to reach out with my force and grab one of those ladders and force it back into the line.
Okay, excellent. So basically,
Hopefully
turn
knocking
it to a
down anybody
side.
who's on it.
Roll, just roll strength then.
17.
Okay, you grab the top of a ladder and you start to move it towards the left. It catches a couple lines, a couple grappling hook lines, and then you kind of can't move it anymore, so you bring the back of it up. That catches another grappling hook line. The whole thing lifts up, lifts all the hooks up with it, So they all kind of catch on the outer rail, and then you just shove everything back. So a ladder falls back, knocks over some orcs, and orcs are like, whoa, as they're being drugged with that. You killed another 4, let's say.
All right, 860.
Excellent.
Actually, 859 because you killed that dude.
Oh yeah, he definitely killed that dude. That dude is dead. That dude is hella dead.
Okay, Cyrena and her forces minus.
Fire! Catapult fires again, and the boat's not moving, so that's a better target. So there's just a big old rock just kind of slams through the back of that boat and out to the back side, right about at the water line, and it starts taking in a lot of water. And then the other forces are firing. Adamil's just basically just not even bothering to aim, just pulling and releasing, because there's going to be a body there somewhere. Another 10 go down with him and Kailu and a couple other people firing. Right now, there's another Cyclops that has come up to the front gate, and on either side of him are ogres who just have tower shields, their sized tower shields now that are holding them at angles. There's a Cyclops in the middle pulling this up. There's an ogre with a tower shield here and an ogre with a tower shield on either side of them, creating a huge wall of wood to guard all 3 of them. Anytime you're trying to come down, there's no shot on either of them, or the Cyclops lifting the gate.
And no part of them is peeking off of his tower shield at all?
No, I mean, there's no shot. That doesn't mean you can try. If you got a critical, I would say you hit. You have a better chance of getting a critical than
Yeah.
me.
This sounds like exactly the type of thing that the luck person would
It does
do
it
in a
exactly like the
goblet,
type of thing that the luck
actually.
person would do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If I use one of my points of lucky,
Yes. Now here's how that works. If you lose
Okay.
if you use a point of your luck, now at any time it basically gives you advantage. So you roll 2 dice,
Okay.
and you pick your highest one.
we're gonna do that.
We're gonna get lucky.
Yeah, we're
Let's
gonna get lucky. Okay. 18, yeah.
Okay, so you can see the gap. It's like as they're breathing,
Right.
a gap
Yeah,
opens up, and like
Right.
like that, and you're like, boom, and you just almost time it, but it shuts just before the gap hits one of the wooden shields.
Hashtag we tried.
That's right.
All right, Dorro.
Oh, so now that he did that thunderous smite,
Everything is smite.
You saw that happen.
saw and heard it, right?
yeah.
That's where I want to go. I want to go over
Well,
there.
now here's what you saw. You saw an eagle sweep down,
Yeah.
attack the main cute guy, miss him, appear behind him, and then all of a sudden it's Torrvic. The guy steps behind.
Oh, I saw that it was Torrvic?
Yeah, the
Okay.
guy steps, because you're the only one that has a good
and
view on
he
this.
cut the one bodyguard in half.
Great. He stepped behind the line. He's chopped that bodyguard in half, but you have a direct line on the main guy right now, who has now stepped just outside of his protection.
Oh my
Yep.
God! I want to teleport on his shoulders.
All right. Roll wisdom.
Oh, let's see if I can do. Who was that?
You're
that
about
I-
to get some backup.
Do you remember when I did that to that
Back up.
elf and I held him hostage? You
Yeah.
think it'll work again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, maybe.
No,
We'll see.
no, it won't.
We'll
They'd
see.
be like, kill him. Just do it.
He is their leader, so it's possible.
I don't know. Orcs?
They're a little bit more vicious. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's my opportunity to lead.
That's right.
Oh, 4.
4. Okay. Yeah, you miss his shoulders. Roll a dex save.
I do that a lot, don't
Yeah.
I? 11.
Okay.
This isn't a very good Dorro Knott.
Well, this was it. Yeah, this is a good. Right, so you go to appear on his shoulders, but you kind of get like tangled up. So like you're on his shoulders, but you're facing the wrong way. So it's kind of like his face is here, like in your chest, and you're kind of like grappling with his headdress, and you fall off, and you take.
Does the headdress come off?
Yes, you take
Okay.
his headdress and everything
I'll
else
take that.
off along with you.
That's
You're kind
fine.
of on your back in front of him right now,
Oh no, I've never been prone in front of an enemy before.
covered in headdress.
Awesome.
Paris sees that there was some trouble with the wooden shields and says, well, that was a bad choice.
The thing about wood is,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just like goes to the
Oh,
front.
I didn't even
and
think of that.
just flames it, and both shields burst into flames, and they go, and you see them like hurl them, all like pulling the straps off their arms and try not to get burned by them. So uncovered.
Shut up.
And the porticle's
your
about halfway up at this
I know, right?
at this point. So with it halfway up,
up
let's
here.
say a dozen orcs are now in that main area, have slipped through under the gate, trying to hold this gate open. The other 2 beasties have gotten, since they got their things off now, they're both going to kneel down, and boom, they help him slam that thing all the way back up. So the gate is now open. I was going to fire arrows and just charge in with the rest. 1 arrow hits, and it's going to hit 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you are covered. You are in the front. You are somewhere else, and you are way up in that tower. So it's either it's going to hit you or it's going to hit Para. And it's going to be Para.
No.
Oh.
No, boyfriend.
Yeah. Para takes an arrow in the neck. So an arrow hits him here, right here. Blood bursts out of it, and Para falls to the ground, clutching it. He's already on fire. His eyes are flaming. There's flame forming on his body and neck as he's doing it. Right. Shot your boyfriend.
Find the guy.
Did you gay rage?
That's right. Gay rage.
Did you see who did it?
Yeah.
You! You saw the orc because he's grinning as he lowers
Boyfriend
his bow.
rage. Activate.
That's right.
I'm going to explode him from the inside. All right.
He turns into a pink Hulk and beats the shit out of the guy.
lungs.
Right. All right. So then Torrvic.
He's seen him fall on his shoulder and fall to the ground in front of him.
And took his
all
hat.
of his and took his leadership. All of his forces are gone. He's just mad though. He rolled high, so he didn't get frightened. He's going to come down on you with his little ceremonial dagger and just try and stab you right through the heart.
Yeah, I wonder if I can take this.
Ooh, 21.
Yeah,
That's actually going to hit you. All right. Yeah, so he rolls 3 points of damage, and you could have turned at the last minute, but there's the dagger like right here. Stabbed you right there.
Wow. Shit episode. I'm fucked, so it doesn't really matter.
Owie zowie.
Yeah, exactly. The boat at this point is pretty much half sunk, and the people on it are, the orcs on it, because they're not people, I guess, are bailing out of the boat.
All right, Torrvic.
Well, I'm enraged at the fact that he stabbed my friend.
Fair enough.
I'm just regular attacking him.
There you go. Well, you got his attention. He's like, what? And then he turned.
Yeah, 18 plus whatever.
That'll do.
2d6 plus 3 plus
Awesome.
1. 12
Yeah.
plus 3 is 15.
Yeah.
16, 17, 18.
Yeah, he was already wounded too, so yeah, that's gonna do it. You take his head clean off, just right at these shoulders, and just pop, plunk, and a little bit of blood, and just collapses. And you see the guards who were charging in, all like, no, and they come for you now. So Brannick was kicking back people who were coming over the walls, and now, just as the people have entered this middle area, Brannick has dropped down. And he's like in front of the gates, just him and a two-handed sword ready to take on 10 orcs on his own. So the main door basically now has been completely lifted up. There's a cyclops in the doorway who is now lifting this up. There's two ogres, who are ducking in under to enter the main area, and there's about 10 orcs. At the very end, in front of the main doors to the tower, there's a Brannick with a sword. What is the plural for Cyclops?
What's that?
What is the plural of Cyclops?
Cyclopses.
Is it?
No. Ballisti.
Yeah.
14.
14 will hit, won't hit him in his eye.
Okay.
So you like strike him, let's say, in the side of his cheek.
10.
Yeah, okay, well you pierce his cheek. So that was like got an arrow stuck through his cheek, and when he yells, you can see the head of the arrow inside his throat.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Dorro.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Where am I again? Someone remind me.
You're in front of a
We're heading to you.
decapitated.
Right. I'm on the ground.
You're not giving
Okay,
dagger
that
back?
guy's
You're
in half. There's
Yeah.
two.
So you fell onto your back. His headdress fell on top of you, and then you just saw an axe blade like shink, and his head just lop off and land and roll next to you.
I take the headdress and I put it on.
Okay, as you put it on, you feel like you can hear all these voices, and you put it on, and then whoom, you're instantly connected with every single orc, every single ogre on that entire battlefield. All of them stop and turn to you.
Yes, I get up on top of Torrvic's shoulders.
Okay, all right.
Now we're in the Dwarfling.
The Dwarfling!
And I say,
Stop what you're doing!
Every single one does. So all the people that were fighting, that were clawing, that have been raising weapons, lower them and turns towards you and begin to move towards you.
I command you to dance non-threateningly.
Okay, so there's a bunch of orcs and ogres right now who are like, dun, dun, just kind of hopping from one foot to the next.
oh my god. I looked out at Torrvic and say, I'm in charge now.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
now-
god.
You
Let's
guys are
freak
all
them out.
watching
Let's do
this,
something
and
to freak out the
Cyrena's
guys.
kind of looking to you for confirmation of what to do, because you got her sword up in the air, ready to launch another volley, but she's not sure what to do at this point.
Because all
Right,
the
well,
orcs
it's
are
Pear's
dancing.
turn. So does he heal himself?
Para does Para heals himself. He's looking to heal the other guy who went because someone else took an arrow, but he's healing people, and like no one knows what to do. The elves are just kind of the orcs and everyone else is kind of like clumsily like tribal dancing like towards. Yeah.
So beasties continue their.
That's what they're doing. They're all kind of forming multiple circles around, him, and he's just kind of like leading in the center, and they're all just like forming chains around him, and they're all shouting and chanting along with them. As that happens, you guys see the edges of this world begin to flicker and fade.
No! Well, my turn. Do you do anything? I guess it's your turn.
No, I'm just gleefully like,
Dancing along. Yeah.
Do it. Tell them to do something different. Let's do it. Oh my God.
You've got two ogres, and you're like holding hands with them, like kind of dancing side to side. Yeah.
Dorro, tell that one to punch that one.
What? You punch him! And all the orcs do it too. They're all like, ho ho ho!
Absolutely.
There's clearly a moment where Xion realizes the fight is
16.
over.
Yeah. All right.
not
So
yet.
everyone's just kind of dancing. And all of a sudden, there's this flaming corpse that just boom, takes this one guy completely out of the line, and they all just kind of, hey, they kind of close the gap and keep dancing.
Xion, not cool.
So, and then like they all began to just flicker and fade away. Grass starts to fade away in patches and becomes stone, and this reality is leaving, and your other reality is turning in. As that's happening, you're seeing Cyrena with some of her people, and they're all starting to fade. Kailu vanishes, Pei Toho vanishes, and they're all kind of flickering out of existence. Adamil turns to you all, and he's like, "It has been a pleasure. Find us when you go." And he goes and he puts a hand on Rina's shoulder, and he vanishes, but she doesn't. So you guys are all kind of left on the field for a second, and
Dancing. Is
Sure,
the orcs
right,
there?
right.
Orcs there?
Everyone's,
We're all just like,
everyone's kind of going. You glance down and you see a very panicked Brannick, and he turns to you and he's like, "Xion, I can hear in my head, Xion, help!" And he reaches out and he just vanishes.
Wish we had an extra ring to get him.
And they're all gone. And then you guys kind of like your vision fades and warps for a second, and you reappear all around the table.
Let's do it again. That was fun as shit.
No, it was not.
Oh, I had fun.
Well, I'm sure we all had fun. It was
everybody
just
okay?
a little dangerous, though,
I started
Torrvic.
backing away from the table because now,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a lone soldier, so like,
Who the fuck are you, by the way?
That's a very good
Like-
question.
Hi. Who the fuck are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, right, Torrvic. This is Rina. She's one of us. She's like us.
What do you mean, one of us?
Well, I mean, animals, teleporting, moving stuff.
Oh, you're one of the weird fuckers like us. All right, cool. So, how did you get here?
and I'm still kind of just like shocked that I've been left alone.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, sure.
and
Well,
I'm
they're
like,
all staring at you as well.
yeah, that's right.
Wondering what
So
the
it's
hell
like,
you're doing here.
and then I'm like, I came with Adamil. I don't know why I stayed.
Are any of the figurines still with the table?
Everything's
There's-
gone. It's just
all
the
gone.
table at this
Wouldn't
point.
mind.
A little souvenir.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be awesome.
Well, that was fun. Now what? What do we do?
Stairs up.
Yeah. And so as you are entering, you entered from the west, and there's another stairs to the east that go into the wall and continue spiraling upwards.
Let's see what the next challenge is.
Well, maybe we should rest.
I'm not going to argue against that.
The rest I got a rest for.
You might be tired too, though.
But though it
never
is still
eat
like
more.
the
It's
morning,
always
though,
just
basically.
It is still pretty early, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
we're
it's
not
early.
tired,
yeah,
no.
this battle lasted maybe an hour into the morning. Yeah,
Oh, I thought this all went on for a lot longer than
hour
Well, we
tops.
rested.
Really, that wasn't that long.
we had rested,
And you rested right before, and none of you have used spells. So
I feel like my
you're kind
death
of okay.
was resting. Well, I used spells. I
You
used
did.
thunders.
You did use a spell.
Well,
Yeah.
I used Compel Duel and Thunder.
Oh, so you used two
I
spells.
used Oil
Yeah.
So we don't need to. So we'll just go up the stairs.
You sure? Okay. Hang on.
Your
All
last
right, let's go.
All right. So
All right, so wait.
More like their
First
last
of all, we
chance.
need to solve this Rina situation.
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh,
Good
we
point.
were like mid stride. Oh,
Right. And Paris in the back, like, yeah, but
Who cares?
Well, A, she doesn't even know why she's here. B,
None of us know why we're here.
yes, we know why we're here. We're
we
here.
do?
We.
Oh wait, in the union. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Oh, that
Yeah,
thing.
yes.
We've got someone that likes us, and she's gonna help us whatever we're doing. I don't know. Come on.
This is a good point. You should probably know what you're involved in right now.
she should absolutely know what she is.
You're probably going to die.
No, you're not. No one's
like the
no one's gonna die. They might die. There's a lot of things in here that
Kara's
might die, but
definitely
we're not
gonna
gonna die.
He already died.
I never cared.
We are here
Wait, I
for
died?
my grandfather.
Sabrina. Okay.
We are here to save the God King of Ani and return him to his rightful throne.
And I know who Sarina is. Okay.
You know who she is, and you know. Well, you've heard that the God King has a granddaughter. You're now doing the math and assuming that's her.
Right.
And you've heard of the God King, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Union?
Yes, you've heard tale of it.
Oh, I've heard.
Yeah, you've definitely heard tale of it.
He's like your brain right
I
now.
know. I gotta fill
I
in
know
sometimes.
that, right?
Yeah.
Look.
No, I mean, the elves have certainly heard tale of the Union. They've
okay.
also, I mean, there's history going back, immediate history within families who would know of the Union before when there were fields around it and slaves, and that was all very fertile farmland. So they're aware of the stories of the Union and how it was involved in the breaking of the world.
I know a little.
And you know it appears once every year when the world storm falls for 1 hour during the same time of the Gods' War, and it becomes visible from the station at the Spear of Jarden. We had seen in visions this God King who had been taken to this Union somehow after, well, it's a long story. We got in a fight with a meteor and lost. And anyway, he was taken to the Union, and he's slowly giving up his will to live atop this Union and going to become some sort of undead general, leading forces of undead to be unleashed upon the world. We have to stop that at all costs, but hopefully we can save the God King and bring him back to Ani, to his rightful place. So that's what we're doing. We're here with Cyrena. She's the God King's great-granddaughter, and has been made the God Queen for now until we can restore him.
All right, enough talking. We're ready to go.
All right. So you guys are ascending to the next level?
I guess you really don't have much of a choice but to come with us for now.
Sounds good. Sounds like I shudder a little bit when he mentions the undead aspect, because I'm not cool with that. That's not
No, fair enough.
Yeah, and also it's my favorite enemy, so
You've heard too many tales about these,
Right, yeah.
about these walkers who are void of life.
right, yeah, and it just it's unnatural to us too. So it's us elves, so I'm no.
Totally.
Oh, we've seen 12 of them. It's fine. We've got. They easily fall. It's fine. Don't worry about them.
So far.
Let's go.
And then a
All right.
lich.
Yeah, right, exactly.
What's a lich?
So you guys are walking up. So how the stairs work in these places is that they're cut into the walls. So you step into stairs, walk up through the walls in a spiral until you reach the next level. And then you cut and then you step back in.
I forced myself to the front. So.
That's not a problem.
I'm right behind you.
So you are walking up these stairs. Okay, so you enter from the west and you step into another small semicircle and iron bars that block the larger room beyond. The only feature of which is a massive sand timer that sits in place where a center column would normally be. 4 gold hand imprints line the inside, 2 on either side of the bars. So basically, the larger room is beyond you. You're in a small semicircular room facing it with iron bars facing an opening, and you can see a huge sand timer in the middle of this room.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Godsfall. We had a little bit too much content to pack into this one, so there's going to be a whole nother episode in 2 weeks. In the meantime, please keep sending us your questions for the next Godsfall mailbag episode. If you want to be awesome, record a question and send that to us at godsfalldc@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at godsfalldc. I'll answer any of your questions, and I'll keep you up to date on what's happening with the Godsfall Worldbook. So until the next episode, I'll leave you all with my rather pathetic attempts to do the last week intro in Brannick's voice.
Last time on Godsfall.
Alright, hang on. Hold it together.
Last